I don't got patience for talking. I'ma find where he lay at and stalk him. If he don't pay attention, it costs him. Acting like he be on that, so I off him. I live with a chip on my shoulder. You get on my nerves, you get the
Yo, can you all hear me? Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Let me just move my microphone as it goes. It's a bit tangled up. Hopefully we don't disconnect something. Ooh. Can you all hear me all okay? Drop me a W in the chat if you can hear me. Yes, Atik, shout out you brother, thank you for joining us. Can anyone hear me all okay? We've got a Zionist in here nice and early. Early doors, Boxing Day, the Zionists are here. They're ready to, you know, talk shit in the stream as they do. But we welcome everybody, man. We welcome everybody. We're here to expose these Zionists, so I'm not surprised why they're all so upset, you know. But how you guys all doing anyway? Have you guys had a good Christmas? I don't know if you guys all celebrate Christmas in the chat. There's probably a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters here that don't celebrate it, but I hope you had a good week anyway. Shout out to you, Billie Eilish. Thank you for joining us as well. Yeah, there is a Zionist in here. I think it's Marwan or something. He's a bit upset. Obviously, it's been, you know, Israel's been getting exposed heavy today. I've done a whole big thread exposing all of their war crimes, so I think they're going to come into the chat today and talk shit, but, you know, they don't ever have any facts or anything like that, so we'll let them ramble in the comments. It's the only place they think they've got a voice anyway. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I finally got, wait, look, my hairstyle is a bit messed up right now. It's getting a bit long on top. But yeah, I got a new chair finally. I don't know if you can see it behind me. It's actually got like a bit of back support, you know. I had this other one, it was like proper shit one, to be honest with you. It was like really uncomfortable. I've got like scoliosis as well, so I've got a curved spine. So it used to really be uncomfortable for me. But yeah, Billie Eilish, you're Muslim. Yeah, shout out to you. I hope you had a good week anyway. I'm not sure what country you're from. What country you guys all watching the stream from today? I'm obviously from the UK, so we've had like a bank holiday and all that for Christmas. Most people are off of work and stuff like that. I'm not sure, Billie Eilish, if you've been working, whatever country you're in, but whatever you've been doing, I hope it's been going well for you. But yeah, we've got quite a few topics to go into today. Obviously, there's been a lot going on. I think the last time we done a stream was about a week ago. Obviously, there's been the genocide's been continuing in Gaza. There's been some stuff going on in the West Bank with the PA security forces. The PA security forces, should I say, you know, the Israeli-backed security forces. Just some, you know, general bullshit that Zionists have been doing, some Israel terrorism, things like that. Obviously, there was a terror attack in Germany at a Christmas market where people like Elon Musk done some dodgy stuff behind the scenes to remove certain things that the attacker did, but we're going to get into that. And obviously, just a couple of bits in Moscow, you know, Russia, Ukraine, and obviously we're going to speak about the recent plane crash as well on Christmas Day. But we've got a few people from the UK here. Sorry, I just seen them all in the chat. England, shout out to you, brother. UK, Yorkshire, and another UK. It looks like we've got all the UK brothers and sisters here today. It must be because, like I say, it's all a bank holiday for us guys. people, I'm not sure about you, but I still work. Obviously, I still post stuff on X. I still do other work as well. You know, I had like a couple of days sort of rest. I mean, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day was like the most rest I've had, but I was still obviously posting on X and covering stuff there. But that's the sort of 2 days I got off. I'm back to normal now anyway. Oh, we got someone from Holland. Shout out to you, Jones. Thank you for joining us. Let me check the multi-stream as well. Oh, YouTube people. Sorry, I didn't even see you guys there. We got people from the United States. Shout out to you, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you coming in. What time is it over in America right now? Is it if you're in like Miami time, I think you're like 5 hours behind or something. Is that right? Be around 5 o'clock if you're on Miami time. I'm not too sure though. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, I hope you guys have all had a good week anyway. Let's get into some news. So sorry, let me just clear my throat. So yeah, obviously the Gaza genocide's been continuing. You'd think that anyone with like a decent bit of heart, you know, with the birth of Jesus Christ being on the 25th and Palestine being the country where Jesus is actually from, you'd think that these Israeli demons would at least have some sort of heart and they would at least stop the bombing just for a few days at least, you know. But obviously last year, we know that didn't happen. I did have some sort of hopes that this would, you know, at least calm down a little bit. But no, we were wrong. I mean, I had more faith than I had actually. I want to say, I didn't actually think it was going to happen, but I did have a little bit of faith, you know. Like maybe like there could be some sort of ceasefire, because there was some sort of talks about a ceasefire. But Hamas obviously came out and said that Israel has basically been, they're just basically not wanting the ceasefire. And there was even something to do with Trump that said that they even knew that Netanyahu is the one that's basically prolonging this genocide and he wants it to continue. So we'll get into that. Jupiter's Delight, thank you for joining us. We've got the Love Heart Cat. Shout out to you wherever you're from. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, like I say, let's get into some news. Sorry, got a bit of a cough. I smoked too many cigarettes over the last few days. I had a couple of drinks, and you know when I'm having a couple of drinks, I like to smoke a lot of cigarettes. It's a bad habit. Maybe I'll stop in the new year. Who knows? Probably won't. But yeah, let's get into it. So, December the 22nd, Israel bombed another displaced camp in Khan Yunis, leaving multiple civilians dead. So, it's always these type of horrific scenes that we constantly see and repeat every day, and it feels like the world's just getting, unfortunately, used to it, which is very heartbreaking, especially for the Palestinians that are on the ground. You know, if I posted something like this, let's say November last year, you know, like 13 months ago, these posts would have been getting millions of views. I used to just post a video of Israel bombing a residential tower, and it used to get millions of views because it was so new and it was so crazy at the time. But fast forward 13, 14 months down the line, and it's just like, another civilian camp's been bombed in Gaza. We don't care. That's the way the world looks at it nowadays. It's really sad. For example, when I was doing a lot of posts about what was going on in Syria, they seem to be getting crazy views, and especially when the what do you want to call it in Lebanon? It's not a war because Israel were bombing civilians. So it was like a little mini genocide. They killed like 2,000, 3,000 civilians. Israel did, but the first few weeks of that, when it was happening, the posts were going crazy, and just after a few weeks, it just died down very quickly. So the world's very used to what Israel's doing, which is unfortunate, but we will still keep posting about it, even if it was getting 500 views per post, you know, because as long as 500 people get to see it, and then maybe they can spread it around, and maybe they can tell people in real life, then I suppose we're doing the best we can. But yeah, here's some footage from Israel bombing a displaced camp in Khan Yunis on the 22nd, so a couple days before Christmas Eve. So yeah, it's obviously there was much worse scenes than this. I've just filtered out, like I've bookmarked a few posts that won't get me banned off of Twitch and YouTube and things like that. These are like scenes where you can't really see too much what's going on, but if you want to go on Twitter, if you want to go on Telegram, wherever it is you go to look at your news, you'll see much more graphic videos than this. You know, there's people getting burned alive in their tents. So I got a really bad cough today. But yeah, it's just honestly heartbreaking. Like, the videos that are coming out, they're not normal to me. I mean, despite other people might want to ignore it and turn a blind eye nowadays, I'm still posting this stuff, you know, guys. I'm still looking at this stuff every single day. And if you see the posts slow down from my end, if you see me some days I'm not posting as much about Gaza, it's just genuinely because I haven't seen it myself, you know. Maybe it's been flooded out by other news and there might be something crazy going on that day. But I do try to post about as much as I can, you know. But the scenes that come out there, I see them every single day, and I will continue posting about it every single day until this whole genocide is over. But yeah, I agree with you, Atik. Yeah, their hands are tied behind... hands tried, I think he's meant to say tied behind back band hitting them. It's really sad how the world is sort of turning a blind eye. But anyway, some more stuff from like the Palestine sort of situation. A neurologist who worked at the NHS in the UK, she was working there for over 21 years and she's been suspended for calling the Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar a legend. She made a post saying, "Many will view him as a superhero, having no food for 3 days and still fighting." Despite working at the NHS for many years, she was immediately suspended whilst pending further investigation. So I'm not sure, obviously I've got a lot of people from the UK in the chat tonight, so I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me on this. We know how badly the NHS have been short-staffed. For those of you that don't live in the UK, the NHS is free healthcare. It's free to an extent, sorry. Some things you do have to pay for, but the majority, let's say 95% of it is free. But because 95% of it is free in the UK, there's a long waiting list. And part of the reason why there's a long waiting list is because they're short-staffed. And then you see posts like this. There's NHS neurologists, that have just got an opinion on something. You don't have to agree with their opinion. The government doesn't have to agree with your opinion. But when there's somebody that's clearly an experienced worker as well, she's not like just someone that got the job 6 months ago and she made a tweet and they might have sacked her or whatever. She's worked at the NHS for 21 years and for one single post, they're going to sack her of her job. Like, there's not dying people who have like serious health conditions in the UK that need people like this to be working. It's crazy. I'm sure if she said Bibi Netanyahu was a hero or he was a legend, do you think she would have had the same consequences? Of course not. Of course not. But let me just show you, because once I made the post, and she actually commented on the post. I obviously assumed she was on X, but I didn't realise she had an X account. But she actually made a post underneath my tweet and said, "I made an analytical post and I was correct. This was my post on the back of someone's TikTok glorifying Sinwar. It's accurate. In America, there are t-shirts of Sinwar being sold. On America's Got Talent, someone sang a tribute to him. So my political analysis was correct." So basically, she wasn't even saying that he's a hero herself. She was just basically saying that what the media's done with Sinwar is they've made him into a hero. Like, she wasn't even saying that she agreed with it. And because of that, she got suspended from her job. Just before Christmas as well. This is her original post that she linked to. She said, "Israel will lose. They've turned Sinwar into a legend, a male role model." And then she put the link to the TikTok video she was talking about. And then she's showing some evidence that, you know, people have made him into a hero. Like there's tops in Walmart selling it, saying Yahya Sinwar, we will win or die. So what she's saying is practically correct, you know. She's not saying herself that he was a hero because she knows there's certain laws in the UK where we're not allowed to say things like that. But she's just hinting that maybe the media have turned him into a hero. So I dropped a comment back to her. I said, everyone go give her a follow. She deserves all of our support. And she's been getting a lot of support in the comments, which is nice to see, you know. She's obviously a nice lady. Just because she's got an opinion doesn't mean that she should lose her job. Like, do you know what I mean? The UK's turned crazy. Atik says she deserves a promotion. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we're all allowed to have an opinion. And what exactly... sorry, I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about when I said, what if she said Netanyahu was a hero? Yeah, of course. She would have got promotion at the NHS. She would have probably been promoted to the fucking manager or something. Let me try and actually... let me try and pull up the Daily Mail's... they done like a piece. NHS neurologist, UK, Hamas. If I just type these keywords in. Here we go. So we've got... this is what the NHS said. Not the NHS. This is what... the Telegraph, is it? Sorry. The Telegraph said, an NHS neurologist who described the former leader of Hamas as a legend has been temporarily suspended from the medical register. Rahiana Ali, who worked in the NHS for 2 decades, published posts on X, formerly Twitter, said that Israel's killing of Yahya Sinwar turned the October 7th mastermind into a legend and a male role model. Notice how they changed the words, you know, like, she literally explained in the comments, like, even I got some of this wrong, because I can't lie, some of my sources that I was looking, like, on Google, I don't even know how I came across this, to be honest. I think I was just looking for something else to do with Hamas. They made, like, a statement around the same time, and then I saw this come up, and I started reading into it. I read through a few different articles, and then I put together, like, my own report. But they said in separate posts, the consultant neurologist also said the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah, the Hezbollah leader, had turned him into a legend who was completely untouchable. Dr. Ali has now been temporarily suspended pending investigation by the General Medical Council, the independent regulator of doctors. It comes after Wes Streeting called out on regulators to strike off doctors who bring extremist views about Gaza into the workplace as part of a wider crackdown on anti-Semitism within the NHS. Is this anti-Semitic, guys? Like, come on. The Health Secretary told The Telegraph he would enforce a zero-tolerance approach to anyone who uses the conflict in the Middle East as a pretext to attack communities and the health service. Announcing the decision to temporarily suspend Dr. Ali, a GMC spokesman said, Dr. Ali has been interim suspended pending the conclusion of a full GMC investigation. As interim orders tribunal of the Medical Practitioners Tribunal Service imposed the sorry, my English is terrible today. Interim suspension on her practice on Friday, December the 20th. We are acutely aware of the concerns that may have been raised regarding Dr. Ali, and we will take any action where concerns suggest patient safety or the public confidence in doctors may be at risk. The GMC had previously described any form of anti-Semitism or Islamophobia as completely unacceptable. Like I said, if she'd said something about Netanyahu, would they say that's Islamophobic then? Because this isn't anti-Semitic, like whatever you want to call it, this is definitely not anti-Semitic. She didn't say anything about Jewish people. She just made a comment about the leader of Hamas, you know? So I don't know how that's deemed anti-Semitic anyway. But a doctor can be temporarily suspended while the GMC investigates. It can do this if it believes a doctor's practice should be restricted to protect members of the public or if it's in the doctor's interest. 3 tribunal members will decide whether to suspend or impose conditions on a doctor's registration for up to 18 months. The Jewish Medical Association reported Dr. Ali to the GMC for alleged racism and anti-Semitism expressed on social media. Professor David Katz, chairman of the JMA, welcomes the decision to impose an immediate suspension order on her registration. He added, we hope that the decision shows that the GMC is now belatedly beginning to take the necessary action to implement the zero-tolerance policy for anti-Semitism, which was endorsed by the Secretary of State last week. Basically, just this goes on for ages, you know. It's not really worth me reading about all this shit. But anyway, what I'm trying to make a point about is that the NHS is already short on staff. They said that she's upsetting people in the workplace and patients, for example. But why would the patients have her on social media, guys? Like, come on, that's her personal page. If she wants to talk about what she wants to talk about, then that's fine. The same way that is if someone wanted to speak about they love Israel, for example. Like, I'm sure that there'll be no action taken, you know. And I believe in free speech, you know. As much as we know Israel are like genocidal baby killers, they should be allowed to say it if they want to on Twitter, you know. That's what Twitter's for, the free speech and all that. But especially someone that's been in the NHS for 21 years. Like, it's honestly disgusting. It's honestly disgusting. Yeah. Oh, we've still got fucking some Zionists in the chat, I believe. Let me just check on my Rumble stream quickly, see if anyone's over there. We've got 3 people watching on Rumble only, but no comments. So if you're there on Rumble, shout out to you. Kick. Some bullshit on Kick, I think. Yeah, we get some bots on Kick all the time for some reason. Some absolute nonsense people talking over there about add me on Discord and I'm gonna give you some money. Like, yeah, get fucked. Get fucked. But yeah. It's crazy what's going on in the UK right now, man. But anyway, back to what else has been going on. So, it's almost Christmas and Israel continues to wipe out entire residential neighborhoods in Gaza. So you can see the destruction here, it's fucking horrific. It's very blurry, the video though. Look at this shit. It's a very short video, but look at that. Look at them mushroom clouds everywhere. All residential homes being destroyed. Israel has no remorse. They will never stop. Yeah, also I want to give a shout out to this streamer called IShowSpeed. I'm sure most of you people probably know who he is, even if you don't watch his videos. Like, he's viral everywhere. Like, I think everybody knows who he is. But I just wanted to say, like, out of all of the mainstream streamers, you know, like Kaiser Nat, all those guys, none of them ever want to speak about Palestine. And even if they've got like an opinion on it, it's like they're scared that they're going to lose their deals or whatever they get. But IShowSpeed has been consistent all the time. Every time I see videos of him like every single week talking about Palestine and always saying good things. And he's like one of the biggest streamers in the world. If not, he is the biggest streamer in the world. And he doesn't give a fuck, you know. So shout out to him. But he got sent some fire Palestine merch to his PO inbox. Let me show you the video.
Ooh, look at this. What is this, Mexico?
Mexico.
This is, wait, this Palestine?
I think it is. I think that's a Palestine shirt too.
Oh, it's a, oh my God, it's a chat W's in the chat, free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
It's just some Palestine merch. No, this go hard though. I like how it's like a football shirt
I like
though.
that too. I like that too.
That's fire. It's like a football shirt. That's fire. W's in the chat, man. Shout out to you from Michigan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, W in the chat for IShowSpeed, man. And free Palestine. But yeah, that was on Christmas Eve. But on to what's been going on Christmas Day. So we saw a statement from Hamas come out. And they said, is this in the right order? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. So Hamas came out and made some comments on a potential ceasefire. And they said, the movement showed responsibility and flexibility in the ceasefire and prisoner exchange negotiations, but the occupation imposed new conditions which led to the postponement of reaching the agreement that was available. The ceasefire and prisoner exchange negotiations are proceeding in Doha with Qatari and Egyptian mediation in a serious manner. The movement has showed responsibility and flexibility, but the occupation has set new issues and conditions related to withdrawal, ceasefire, prisoners and the return of the displaced, which has delayed reaching the agreement that was available. So, in other words, there was meant to be a ceasefire at some point over the Christmas week, and as always, Israel threw loads of spanners in the works, and they didn't want to take the ceasefire. Of course, we know why, because it's not about the hostages. There was, like Hamas said, there was prisoner exchanges that was going to be taking place and all of that, but we all know that the real reason for this whole genocide is because it's a land grab. The same way that they started attacking Lebanon and now they're in Syria. But yeah, the Israeli terrorism continues throughout Gaza. Here's like a video that a journalist posted. I'm going to read out the subtitles. Let me just put it to a tiny bit of sound. So he said, actually no, sorry, let me mute that. In conjunction with the displacement of families from the northern Gaza Strip, the Israeli occupation army intensifies their raids on the displacement encampments. Just this morning, they targeted one of the tents and this resulted in 3 martyrs. And now they are targeting the encampment in the Al Jazeera Club in Gaza City. We are witnessing here the remains of the rocket that fell at this location, and it may have led to numerous martyrs, and everywhere we walk we see blood in the area. There are many tents that are really damaged from these strikes. Families and the displaced here do not know where to go. With these continuous strikes that have reached all regions of the Gaza Strip, they've reached the encampments, they've reached the shelters, then they've also reached the displaced who are walking about trying to secure their daily sustenance. This here is the scene, morning and night. The massacres against the displaced continue. And yeah, that's the end of the video. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Literally, Christmas Day, and these motherfucking Zionist terrorists don't even want to chill out. Not even, like, they couldn't even just give Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, like, back to their genocide. Like, at least just, like, respect the time of the year, but no. Absolute terrorism. Absolute terrorism. What else? Okay, and then there's one more thing from Gaza. Israel targeted a car filled with journalists in Gaza, leaving everyone inside dead. And this was yesterday, the late hours of Christmas Day. Atik said they killed 5 to 7 journalists with a direct rocket hit. Yeah, this is the the video that we're talking about here, I believe. This is the one. I think this is the video. This is one of the videos. Like I say, I can't play the two graphic ones, but this is one of them. Oh, we have a follower. Shout out to Rage9112. Thank you for following us on Twitch, brother. Thank you for joining the stream as well. So yeah, really is heartbreaking. Thanks for the message, Tina. I'd had a good Christmas, as good as it. Oh, sorry, I had to interrupt myself. Thank you, Nuclear. Thank you for following us on Twitch. Appreciate that. But yeah, Tina, like I was saying, my Christmas wasn't too bad, to be fair. I always think that no matter what I'm going through, I'll just look at Gaza and look at like things that Israel are doing to the Palestinians, and then you have to just count yourself lucky sometimes. Some people are just going through such horrible situations in life, and whatever I'm going through is not even 1% of what they're going through. So it is really heartbreaking, but yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's coming to an end soon. I mean, Hamas, we were just talking about, they offered a ceasefire on the table again and it got rejected. So yeah, it looks like we're going to go into 2025 now with the genocide continuing, unfortunately. But shout out to you, BGifka. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. So what's next? Okay, so on to some stuff from the West Bank now. So I'm sure many of you guys have seen. Oh, sorry, getting interrupted a lot now. I get a lot of followers on Twitch. Shout out to you, Misha3706. I'm not going to read the rest of the numbers, there's too many, but thank you for following us and joining us on Twitch. We're getting quite a few all of a sudden in the last few minutes. And Tina, I think that video, let me just double check. I don't want to say anything wrong. Let me just check the. I'll find the exact location now, just to let you know. It was actually a press vehicle belonging to Al Quds Today, a channel near the Al Adwa Hospital in the Al Nusrat refugee camp in Gaza. So that was where the exact location was. It's so sad, very, very sad. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so in the West Bank, I'm sure most of you guys have seen the videos and the photos of the Israeli terrorists when they go and occupy a home in Gaza or Lebanon or wherever it may be, and they'll take all these weird satanic photos with like you know what they do, they dress up in women's lingerie, and they dress up in women's dresses and just take weird fucking photos, kidnap civilians, take photos with them. They do all this fucking weird shit basically. And we've been saying for a long time that the Palestinian Authority, the security forces in the West Bank, they're all Zionist backed and Zionist controlled. And we've had some very solid evidence over the last few days. I mean, look at these photos I'm about to bring up now. Let me just bring them up. So yeah, just like Israeli soldiers, members of the Palestinian Authority security forces share photos of themselves during the military operation in the Jenin refugee camp. So here they are. These are basically Israeli soldiers. Like, look at these guys. They're like taking pictures, proudly posing. These are like traitors, complete traitors to the Palestinian people. They know exactly what they're going through, and they still side with the Israelis, and they're taking photos like this. Like, it's just fucked up. Look, they're like proudly like putting their thumbs up and all this shit. Reminds me of the Zionist soldiers when they do it. And also, they was using RPG launchers against Palestinians in Jenin. Here they are here. You can see them. Someone took a photo out their window or something. They've got RPGs out, and here's one of them actually aiming it round the corner, aiming towards a group of Palestinians. So this shit carries on through the West Bank as well. Like it's honestly crazy shit. It's really crazy, and it's fucking sad as well. And I do want to actually bring up the thread I made earlier on Gaza. I'm gonna try and, like, there is a couple of graphic videos in this, so I'm gonna quickly try and scroll through as quickly as I can when it comes to them bits, but I'll read out what it says. And I made a thread basically. This took me quite a long time to put together as well, a few hours, because I had to go looking through every single month, like every single month of trying to find things that happened. I know that I missed out a lot of things as well. Afterwards I thought, shit, I should have put that in, I should have put this in, but I tried my best, and it's just because Israel's done so much crimes and stuff like that you just genuinely can't remember it all at once, and it's hard to find it all when it's all posted on different pages and things like that. But I made a thread basically saying, with 2024 coming to an end, it's time for a mega thread of all the terrorist acts, war crimes and straight fucked up things Israel/Zionists have done this year. Number 1. Israeli forces storm a hospital dressed as civilians and execute people, including a man in a coma. So I'm sure most of you probably remember this. They came into the hospital in the West Bank, and you know, they're in wheelchairs, they've got guns. There was a man in a coma who they executed. He was literally lifeless. Like, he wasn't even, like, you know what it's like being in a coma, of course. Like, everyone knows what a coma is. Well, we haven't been in a coma, hopefully we ain't anyway, but if you're in a coma, you can't do anything, and they still killed him anyway. Then they're dressed up as doctors here and marching through with guns. Like, this is a clear war crime. That was in January sort of time, I think, right, nearly a year ago now, but it's very important to mention in case people forgot. Israeli terrorists block aid from reaching starving civilians in Gaza for an entire month. So this was day 1, I remember, and this went on literally every single day for an entire month. Like, you can go on my page and just go on the little search bar and type in Israel blocks aid, like them keywords, and then like just type in day 6, day 7 and day 20, and you'll find a post for every single day of the month. They've done it every single day. This is just one of the many videos. So yeah, this is crazy. Tina says, I haven't seen those. I'm not sure if you're talking about the doctors. If you are, that was definitely a crazy story. I'll try and link a post of it or something at the end of the stream. But if it's about the, you can just type in the keywords anyway. That's a little tip for you guys. If you're ever looking for something on someone's page, it doesn't work on the PC. It does work on the PC, but I'm not sure how to work it. But basically, you see this little search bar here. If you do it on your phone, you can just search, like, go onto my profile, search my page, and then type in certain keywords, and then all of the posts where I've mentioned them will just come up. It works also for other people's pages too. That's how I found quite a lot of these videos. I had to just try and type keywords in and see what I could find. Of course, I can't show this video. It's very graphic. I nearly showed it by accident there, but a child is forced to pick up the body parts of his mother and place them into a bag after she was killed by Israel. I mean, how fucking heartbreaking is that, man? Like, imagine your family member, your mother, your father, your brother, sister, whoever, has been killed so badly, shredded into a million pieces, and then you're just a young child and you're forced to go outside and pick all the body parts and place them into a bag so you can just do some sort of burial. Like, this shit is fucking crazy, man. Like, they wonder why people resist and shit, you know? Like, imagine just going through half of the things that these guys go through. Yeah, sorry, I just skipped through that quickly. But yeah, you can go check the thread. It's pinned on my page anyway, if you want to watch these videos properly. Some of them I can't show, obviously. Number 4, Israel brutally assault an elderly man after stealing his home in Jerusalem. So this is just fucked up. Like, Israeli police and all that, they literally just stole this man's home. I don't know why the sound went when I posted it, but he's like crying on the floor because his home's been taken, and then now they're just beating the shit out of him and arrested him or whatever. Really fucked up shit. Obviously, we can't forget when the CIA director, Mike Pompeo, well, the former CIA director, Mike Pompeo, he was dancing with Israelis near the Gaza border whilst the genocide continues in the background. Here's the video. This is some fucking weird shit. Why do Israelis always dance after terrorist attacks? It's fucking weird. Fucking bunch of genocidal freaks. I'll ask you guys a favour as well if you're watching. This tweet, it is starting to pick up a little bit now, but obviously I put a lot of hours into this thread, and it needs to be spread around more than this. Like I was saying, it's like people are just getting bored of the genocide or whatever. Usually a thread that I'll make like celebrities involved and shit, they just go crazy for some reason. But when it's actually war crimes, it's like people don't want to share them or something. So if you guys don't mind, just go and drop a retweet on this thread, or just drop a comment, anything like that, and it will help boost it. Myself, I'm just going to retweet a couple of individual tweets now just to boost it a little bit more, because this thread should be viral, you know. This should be tagged under all of Donald Trump's posts, you know, when he's talking about Israel this and Israel that. People like him should be watching these type of threads and think, is this really the shit I want to support? Like, I want to, like, Donald Trump lately, he's been talking a really good game about ending the SMO in Ukraine. So why has he not got the same views about what's going on in Gaza, you know? Like, who owns Donald Trump? The Zionists really control this man that badly. But these type of videos, I want people like Elon Musk to open their phone and see, oh fuck, and then they're forced into seeing this shit, you know? Forced to think twice about the shit that they say on Twitter and the stuff that they support. I want people that aren't just my followers to be seeing this shit, you know? Because it's got 500k views, fair enough, but that means I've got fucking how many followers now? 300 and nearly 400k. So that means only like a potential 100k people that aren't following me have seen it. Like, this needs to be spread. Every Zionist needs to see it as well. Like, they need to be reminded of the fucking scumbag people they are. But yeah, I'm just going to go through reposting them as I go through it. But yeah. Oh yeah, of course, an Israeli soldier posted a video of himself shelling innocent horses in a tank. So, I'm not sure if you guys remember this video. I think it was around February time or something. They're trying to kill horses for fun. Like, what the fuck? Like, just blatant war crimes, you know? Blatant fucking war crimes. And also, Israeli settlers, they set up tents to camp on the border crossing all day and all night to prevent humanitarian aid trucks from reaching Gaza. B. Jivka, thank you, brother. Yeah, you can just repost the first tweet, and it will just, like, the first tweet's obviously the important one, so then everyone can just scroll through and see everything. And also a comment helps as well. If you just drop a comment on the thread, like the first tweet of the thread, that will help boost it up as well. So just a retweet and a comment just saying fuck Israel or whatever you want to say, that will really help the thread grow, you know. It does add up, because the way Twitter works, the algorithm is like the more comments you get especially and retweets is like the way that it will get pushed the most. So yeah, hopefully we can get that thread seen by a lot of people. But anyway, yeah, Israeli settlers set up tents to camp on the border crossing all day and all night to prevent humanitarian aid trucks from reaching Gaza. So, for those of you that don't know, like, when I first made this tweet, I can't find the original tweet now. Yeah, thank you, B. Givka. Anyway, I can't play this video. As you can tell, there's a dead child on the floor. But Israel executed a child who was trying to get an internet connection to contact his family in Gaza. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? It's really fucking... This world's fucked up, man. Obviously, the Super Bowl massacre. For those of you that don't remember the two innocent little girls, there was a much more graphic photo of what happened to them after. I didn't even want to post that because it was just so fucking disgusting, you know? It's just horrible what happened to these poor little girls. But this was just on top of the other hundreds of people that were also killed on the same day. Everyone was watching the Super Bowl, and Israel was bombing Gaza into oblivion. Like, it was one of the most horrific massacres we've seen since the genocide started. Thank you, Atik, and thank you, B. Givka, for doing that. I appreciate you guys. A civilian waved a white flag. Basically, this is what happened with this one. A civilian was waving a white flag because the Israeli army instructed them to do it to avoid being killed. And he came out waving his white flag, and Israel executed him anyway. You can see he's dead on the floor, and his flag's fucking clearly there. Oh, Dr. Is that you that we were just talking about? The doctor from the NHS, the neurologist. If it is, shout out. Thank you for following me, and thank you for sharing the thread, if that is you. If it's not you, then thank you to whoever you are. But I'm pretty sure that was the same name of the NHS neurologist that we were just talking about. But yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. So yeah, okay, this one's a bit graphic. I'll just show half of the picture. Israeli terrorists. Oh, it is you. We were just literally talking about you at the beginning of the stream. We done a whole segment talking about how unfairly treated and how the NHS has been, you know, they're short-staffed and then they want to fucking act like this. This video will be like posted anyway. You can rewind the live stream at the end and you can watch it back. But I'm gonna like post this all in clips anyway. But yeah, I appreciate you for joining us especially, and yeah, everyone in the chat was showing you support earlier as well. So you're a great person. Keep up what you're doing. But so yeah, they executed a random cat in the West Bank. This video, a Palestinian child shakes in fear as an Israeli terrorist attempts to make a propaganda video trying to convince the world that they are some type of heroes. Here's the video. Like, look, they're trying to act like they're some heroes and they've like saved this child or something, and you can literally see the kid trembling for their life in the background. Like, look at their whole body. Like, look at the legs trembling. See it? Look at his face. Now, honestly, Lord knows what happened to that poor child after this video. I hope that that kid's alive somewhere safe, because it wouldn't surprise me, sorry, if they done some fucked up shit after that video. This one, an Israeli soldier, like someone went on to like, is it like what are these apps called? What's this app called? Omegle or something like that. And someone went on Omegle looking for Zionists. I think one day we should do that as well. We'll go on Omegle and we'll try and catch some Zionists and try and debate them and shit. Because I've done it before, like once or twice, and it's quite fun, you know. They're all terrorists and they all fucking get... It's funny to expose them. But I think I should do that on live stream one day. But yeah, someone done it and they said... This is what the Israeli soldier said. For every minute that you don't show me your titties, I will kill another Palestinian child. It's so funny when they're stuck underneath the rubble screaming. Like, what type of fucking sick person says shit like this? Let's watch the video.
25. I'll tell you what, if you show me your titties, I won't kill any more Palestinian kids.
You killed 25 kids, like you're proud of that?
If you love Palestinians, you'll show me your titties. And
I'm not showing you shit because you don't deserve it, you fucking racist.
okay, I'll keep killing them. How does that sound?
You're gonna do it anyways. You're gonna do it anyways. So why the fuck did...
Yeah. Every second that you don't show me a titty, another Palestinian kid.
Alright, let me see. Let me see what you're doing. Terrorists. What are you doing, terrorists? Let me see. You're killing children. You just said you're killing children.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Am I laughing? You're maniacal. Yeah, I'm gonna post this. Watch.
Okay, do it. I'm gonna position it.
Yep.
Honestly, speechless. And there's been so many of these videos as well, but these are just like a select few that I put together for the thread. Really fucking fucked up people, man. Of course, when the UCLA protests were going on, Zionists threw a backpack full of poisonous mice, into a UCLA encampment. These videos just get more fucked up. I'm gonna put that on mute because there might be some copyright issues in the background of that song. But yeah, fucking weird. Like, these aren't, that's what I said in the beginning of the thread, they're not just Israeli soldiers. Like, there is some Zionist acts in here as well, people that support Israel and claim that they're Zionists. So this is the type of shit that they do around the world. This one, Israeli terrorists dress up as dinosaurs and bomb civilian homes. Like, what the fuck, man? Look at this shit. Like, it's just all clearly fun and games to these people, you know? Is this self-defense as well? How comes we don't see people like Piers Morgan comment on videos like this? We don't see BBC News talk about this. We don't see anyone talk about this. They just want to act like it's all self-defense and shit. Crazy. Also, never forget where Nikki Haley wrote "Finish them" on shells that were used to bomb innocent civilians and children. Obviously, Nikki Haley. Hopefully, we can leave this bitch in 2024. There's her son in the bombs. Finish them. America loves Israel always. Nikki Haley. The fuck is wrong with these people? Obviously, I can't show that video at all. But basically, horrific scenes after Israel burned multiple civilians to a crisp in Rafah. I mean, I'm sure most of you probably saw the video at the time. It is very fucking crazy, man. And this is a very heartbreaking image. I don't know how much, like, this is going to be hard to show as well. It's kind of already been on the screen, which is annoying. Quite a few graphic videos coming up, actually. One of the most heartbreaking images that emerged from the Gaza genocide, in my opinion. That was one of the saddest pictures I saw. I'm not going to play this video, of course. Israel continues to wipe out entire families during Eid celebrations. So, when, like, no matter the holiday, like, do you know what I mean? We're in Christmas holidays now, and then when the Eid celebrations were taking place, it didn't stop Israel as well. They were still killing children and civilians the whole time. Netanyahu took Noah Argamani on a propaganda tour through Washington, D.C. You know, the Israeli hostage that had such a bad time, apparently, and then she came out and got a fucking... Was she the one that got a nose job and all this shit as well? I'm pretty sure she was. You know, you see the difference of a Palestinian prisoner being released by Israel and the conditions that they're in after. They're, like, traumatised. But here's this bitch going on fucking tours with Netanyahu. It's just fucked up, man. A woman in Tel Aviv murdered her own 6-year-old child as well. That's just a fucking average Zionist family. Average member of... average Zionist fucking woman. Israel intentionally murdered a group of random civilians in Gaza. Like, of course. We've seen loads of videos like this as well, but I was just trying to make a point that this is one of the many times. Now, what is wrong with these people? I'm surprised the fucking horse survived that, honestly. Fucking hell, like, disgusting. Yeah, it just reminds me of the PA forces, this one that we were just showing, the type of pictures I was talking about. Israeli soldiers posted weird satanic images of themselves dressed up in woman clothing with beheaded children's toys after occupying a home and killing everyone inside. So, this picture's like one of them ones that you look at it once and you just think, oh, fucking hell, these fucking, like, weirdos are in, like, dresses and women's clothing and shit. But then you look closely, a bit closer, and then you see there's like a beheaded child's toy hanging up here. There's like a half of a child's body up there. There's graffiti on the walls over here. There's graffiti over here. Lingerie everywhere. Like, looks like they've been smoking fucking crack or something on the side. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Honestly. Disgusting terrorists. Absolutely disgusting. A man who survived the Holocaust hugs a man who is actively committing a Holocaust in Gaza. So this old man is he's survived the Holocaust apparently, and he's with an Israeli soldier who's like his grandson or some shit, and he's actively committing a Holocaust himself. Fucking terrorists. Yeah, they are. Israeli forces execute an innocent horse for no reason. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, just as we said the other horse survived, this one weren't lucky enough. Like, what the fuck, man? That's so sad. I can't even watch that, man. I can't even watch it, and I can't even show the video. Like, this shit fucking makes me upset, man. Especially animals and that, man. Like, what is wrong with these fucking people? Every animal goes to heaven, in my opinion. There's not a single animal on this planet that's got a bad bone in this body. And these fucking terrorists, they have no regard for human life. Or animals. It's fucking disgusting. Of course, Israel bombed and killed loads of civilians in Lebanon for no reason throughout the entire year. X's CEO celebrated the terrorist attacks in Lebanon. So there's the New York Post doing a picture of the pager attack that happened. And then you got Linda Yaccarino commenting with an explosion sign celebrating, so. And shit goes deep, man. This shit is deep as fuck. And then at least 50 sheep were poisoned and killed by illegal Israeli settlers in the West Bank. Like the continuation of just killing animals for fun. Okay, sorry, sorry, I got some messages on Kick as well. I think there's actually a real message on Kick. Thanks for the support, brother. I'm from Iraq. Israel might attack us soon. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. I hope you stay safe. I'm just gonna type it to him in case he's not here anymore. So annoying that my Kick and Rumble isn't on the it can't come up on the stream down here. Sorry, but yeah. Zionists recording themselves burning animals to death for fun. I'm not gonna play this video, but this is just fucking disgusting as always. Just give it a retweet. They're burning like cats alive on the floor and shit. And obviously the last but not least, Israel murdered one of the most iconic figures in Gaza, Khalid Narbin. What a fucking year. And then I said at the end, despite this being a long thread, I know I've missed a lot. Feel free to add things I've missed in the comments to make the thread longer and expose more of the disgusting crimes. So yeah guys, if any of you are watching and you know anything that I missed out, I know one very important one that I missed out. Obviously Hind Rajab, you know, the innocent girl that was killed in Gaza. Reason being is I didn't forget about it. I actually thought that was last year. You know where so much stuff's happened, I thought it was last year, and then after someone commented it, I googled it, and it was actually very early January that it happened. So I was quite annoyed at myself that I missed that one out, but yeah, I tried to remember as much as I could. And oh yeah, of course, if you wanted to support my I'm trying to become like an independent journalist eventually. But obviously I don't get paid from Twitter or Twitch or YouTube or any of these places, so I have to still work my normal job, unfortunately. But if you want to donate or anything, the best way you can do it is on my Patreon. But obviously you don't have to. But yeah, that's pretty much all of that from the genocide thread. Just looking at the comments, see if anyone else added anything else important. A lot of people commenting about this picture. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of people didn't see this post. But yeah, what else has been going on in the world? Floyd Mayweather pledged an additional $1 million to Israel's volunteer ambulance service last night. So do you remember when we watched the video of Floyd Mayweather getting chased out of London for getting called a terrorist supporter and all this? I suppose he now knows he's just got to continue supporting Israel, because any supporter of Palestine does not fucking like this guy anymore. So he just went and pledged another $1 million to Israel for some reason. Fucking weirdo. And then we saw some stuff happening with the Houthis. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu, basically we saw some stuff with the Houthis on the last stream, and then Netanyahu came out and said the attack on the Houthis is not the first and it will not be the last. And Israel Defense Minister Katz came out and said, we will deliver a decisive blow to the Houthis, dismantle their strategic infrastructure, and eliminate their leadership, just as we did with Haniya, Simwa, Nasrallah in Tehran, Gaza, and Lebanon. The same will be done in Hudaydah and Sana'a. So after he said that, Yemen launched another attack. Literally, like fucking the day after, like a few hours after. These are the skies in Tel Aviv after the recent attack by Yemen. So this is Christmas Eve for Israel, you know. Yemen just never fucking gives up. W for Yemen, man, in the chat. Yemen are so fucking based, man. Despite all the UK and the US bombings as well, and Israel, they do not give a fuck. And they continue to just constantly attack Israel for the Palestinians. Bravo to them, honestly. So you can hear sirens in this video, and there was explosions reported. This was all from Tel Aviv the same night. Yeah, W Yemen. Sorry. Zionist media said more than 20 Israelis were injured as they fled to shelters following the recent missile strikes from Yemen. And then this Katz guy was just talking shit about claiming responsibility for toppling the Assad regime. And then, what else from Israel? The Mossad agent done an interview with like this 60 fucking minute whatever propaganda bullshit. But he said, we create a pretend world. We're a global production company. We write the screenplay. We're the directors. We're the producers. We're the main actors. The world is our stage.
How did you convince Hezbollah to buy this?
Well, obviously, they didn't know that they were buying it from Israel.
Who did they buy it from? Or think they were buying it from?
We have an incredible array of possibilities of creating foreign companies that have no way being traced back to Israel, shell companies over shell companies who affect the supply chain to our favor. We create a pretend world. We are a global production company. We write the screenplay, we're the directors, we're the producers, we're the main actors. The world is our stage.
How did you
Fucking terrorist. I was just about to spark my cigarette and it fucking broke in half, look. That's annoying. I have to just smoke half of it. But yeah. Where was he? That's all from Israel. Oh no, it ain't. And then we saw some shit on Christmas Day. Israel shooting protesters again in Syria for... They was protesting against the Israeli occupation in the land. Like they've had HDS take over and whatever. I can't lie guys, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but my Syria posts have died down a lot. I'm kind of sick of posting about it, to be honest, because so many fucking weirdos attack me in the comments for my position and saying that HDS shouldn't be in charge of the country. But my personal opinion, I'm just going to stay out of that shit for now. But we'll post things that are important only, not constant updates. But these people are protesting the Israeli occupation in Syria, which we knew was going to happen. But now they, the Israeli forces are now shooting the protesters, and still HDS is doing nothing. So yeah, we tried to warn them. Israel was using human shields again in the West Bank, of course, like they always do, in Gaza as well. Yeah, you can see him tied to like a rope or something, getting dragged out. I've got to let my dog out quickly. Sorry. This new chair's really cramped in as well. That's the only thing with like this new chair, like it's so much bigger than the other one. I had to like push my sofa all the way back behind me, but it's like keeping the door kind of shut. I think I'm gonna have to rearrange the setup next stream. Christmas Day, an Israeli soldier was run over in Bethlehem. There's some scenes from the aftermath. Getting put on like a stretcher, and then there's actually footage. Who knows who ran him over, I'm not sure. W, thank you, yeah, Cleopatra. But yeah, here's the video. Oh, fuck. Looks painful. That looked painful. Happy Christmas, Israel. Yeah, that's kind of all from Israel anyway. What is there to say really? We've just watched so much fucking terrorism acts that I'm kind of speechless and I'm kind of lost for words. But we're going to move on to the next part of the stream. So, for those of you that don't know, there was like a mad, crazy terrorist attack in Germany. It was a few days before Christmas. It was at a Christmas market. And basically, everyone, you know, the classic people love to, you know, they all love to blame Muslims for every terrorist attack that happens. All of these accounts like Radio Genoa, Vicegrad, all of these like accounts, these like, they like to push all this anti-Muslim propaganda and blame Muslims for everything. Well, we'll find out what happened. Let's get into it. So, this is the footage of the moment the car ran over multiple civilians in Magdeburg, Germany. Oh, like, and I'll be honest, it does look like the video is definitely sped up because of the speed everyone's moving, like here. But you can still see the destruction. Yeah, what's up, Cleopatra? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, free Palestine, of course, always. Yeah, you're always a regular viewer. Thank you for joining us again. But I'm trying to put this video onto like a slower speed so it looks more normal. But here's like the footage. Look. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Really fucking crazy. But anyway, we saw footage emerged showing the arrest of one of the drivers involved in the car attack at the Christmas market. Initial reports claimed that the attacker was linked to the Islamic State, ISIS, which had mysteriously made a comeback after the fall of the Assad government. So this was like the original reports we was getting at first. So yeah, anyway, it's kind of a long video, but you can see him getting grabbed on the floor here. But anyway, we found out anyway that this wasn't actually true, the ISIS part. And here's just some more scenes from the aftermath, look. Horrific scenes. Who's usually behind these type of attacks? It's not usually Muslims. Let me give you one guess. One guess who it might have been. So I was just reading some of the comments. So I was just reading some of the comments on the Twitter stream I posted. W to that person. I was just reading. Oh, we got some comments. Mossad, Jews. Whoa. Close. Close. Because we found out that the terrorist responsible for the ramming attack in Germany has actually been reportedly identified as Talib al-Abdul Muhsan, a Zionist atheist and an ex-Muslim. So he wasn't a Muslim. That's interesting. He was an ex-Muslim that loved Israel. Look at this. Parts of Syria were lucky. This is some of his tweets. Parts of Syria were lucky enough to join Israel. Ooh, interesting. More tweets from him. Israel's official account celebrates raising the gaze flag in Gaza after the end of the Islamic occupation. Interesting. A series of tweets explaining why I wrote in my bio that I love Israel. Oh, interesting. It's not really going against. It's not going with the narrative though that everyone was pushing. I said at first someone needs to screen record this terrorist account before it's taken down. He said the world's top hypocrite didn't mention the word Iran for the last 20 months, while Iranian women were being oppressed every day. I assure you, Ilhan, Islam will be annihilated, whatever the trick you pull from evil's book. So he wasn't a Muslim. Interesting. I said to this guy, whoever this fucking clown is, notice how none of the pro-Palestinian accounts are talking about the horrific terror attack on the Christmas market in Germany. Why hasn't Candace Owen declared Christ is King in response? And I replied saying every single pro-Palestinian account is talking about it, you fucking idiot. And we know exactly who was behind it. And this was before we even knew. And then look, you can see Jake Shields there. Now that we know he was a Zionist, you might want to delete this. He didn't delete it though, did he, the fucking idiot? And then I quote tweeted him obviously saying, this didn't age well. And that's when I put them tweets that I just showed you. Why is it all that? It's all that muddled up. The order. And another one. The man who committed the terror attack at the Christmas market in Germany also supported the Greater Israel Project. Are you surprised? Here he is. Retweeting a post saying that Israel needs to expand and they need to take Egypt and all the other fucking places that we all know that they want. What a surprise. What a fucking surprise. And then people like Elon Musk, basically Elon Musk suspended the account of the terrorists from the Christmas market in Germany on X. So it was suspended for a few hours. But then it was restored. But they deleted all history and posts where he supported Netanyahu, Israel, and attacked Islam. Like, what the absolute fuck? There's like another tweet here. This guy posted, after reinstating the terrorist profile, X has deleted all posts before November 2024. They also deactivated the search function on his profile, so you can only see his last 2 month posts. Why? Probably because it helps the far-right pro-Israel narrative that he is not an ex-Muslim atheist, nor is he a fan of the AFD or Elon Musk. There were 2016 posts proving the opposite before Elon Musk deleted them. So you can see on his page, is that a screen recording of everything gone. Why would he do that? Why would Elon Musk do that? Or why would whoever's working at X do that? Interesting. Even though we just saw the word Syria was on the other tweets. Very suspicious. Also, loads of accounts like Radio Genoa, Vicegrad, the same ones we just mentioned, were posting fake news saying that this guy who done the terrorist attack shouted Allah Akbar. But then Megatron came out and said, pro-Israel accounts constantly shared by Elon Musk publish fake news that the terrorist shouted Allah Akbar, despite the fact that he himself constantly insulted and attacked Islam in public. Here's the detailed video explained in reduced speed that he does not shout such thing at all.
He didn't scream this. You cannot see his mouth moving in that moment. Not at all. You can even hear his voice profile earlier. Okay. Okay. Keine Bewegung. So his voice profile is already clear. Then we hear the Allahu Akbar. But this scream came from the off, so some bystander shouted it and not himself. He didn't.
Yeah, basically it was a load of bullshit, as always. And Atik, yeah, you said Tommy Robinson, and I know why you said that name, because if you actually went onto this guy's profile, he was actually following he was followed, by Tommy Robinson. So, why would Tommy Robinson follow someone like him? Because he obviously agrees with his fucking views. I mean, these terrorist Zionists, the lies just don't stop. Like, no matter what it is, what situation it is, they always fucking telling lies, man. Moral of the story, never trust a fucking Israeli. Don't trust all these accounts like Vicegrad, Radio Genoa. All of these people, they all just spread fake bullshit. I'll actually show you something as well that I called out Radio Genoa before. I called him out before, and what do I know? It was for another play. Sorry. I was laughing at the picture that come up. He posted some shit before attacking Muslims, and I called him out, and I went onto his page after to check if he responded, and what do I know? He fucking blocked me. Oh, has he unblocked me? That's very interesting if he unblocked me. Surely not. Oh no, look, there it is. He blocked me. I thought he unblocked me then. No, he didn't. These are the type of people that they are. They block you as soon as you call them out on their lies. I mean, why? Why not? Because it's complete propaganda. Their accounts are propaganda. I don't ever fucking block people. The only time I block people is if they involve themselves in like doxing and shit. If they want to share like fucking private information of mine or other people that I associate with. I don't fuck with all that doxing shit. But if someone's a Zionist in the comments talking shit, I don't have them blocked. I'll let everyone else in the comments destroy them, or sometimes I might even just reply and just, if I get bored, to call them out on the lies. So, yeah, very interesting. What's been going on? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, it's quite a random topic, but there was a horrific crash that happened in well, it was an Azerbaijan Airlines plane, and it crashed in Kazakhstan, and it was actually on Christmas Day. It's very sad. I'm not sure who the passengers were. There was obviously probably some Muslim passengers, but there was probably some people who were like Christians, and they was going to celebrate Christmas or whatever. But it was a horrific plane crash. I just want to show you a quick couple of clips of what happened. It's very sad. I think topics like this should be talked about as well. So heartbreaking footage captured the immediate aftermath of the Azerbaijan Airlines plane crash in Kazakhstan. So yeah, very sad. There's actually footage of the plane crashing en route to Grozny, sorry. Absolutely insane, man. And I'm always scared of flying as well, you know. That's something I really don't like doing, but it's crazy that there was actually survivors in this plane. Like, absolutely insane. But obviously there was a lot of deaths as well, so rest in peace to all those that lost their lives. And Atik said, check out the account, I am Mukhtar. He's at war with that radio guy. I believe I've actually seen this guy come up on my feed. Is he the guy, like, his profile picture's like him sitting in a car or something with like a puffer coat on, like from like the side image? I'm pretty sure I see him appear on my feed all the time. I don't know if I'm following him, to be honest. I might be. But he's always all over my feed, and I think I've seen him having a little back and forth with him, to be honest. So these are the final moments of the Azerbaijan Airlines plane before it crashed in Kazakhstan, filled with passengers on board. And apparently this guy actually survived as well, and he was like, his last moments, well, it could have been his last moments, he was like making prayer and shit. So you can't really see anything in
Что, женщина, можем встать? Сейчас.
What a miracle that some people survived that, man. And just the last video, there was penetration holes scattered across most of the fuselage of the plane that crashed in Kazakhstan yesterday, sorry. So yeah, there's no sound, but you can just see holes all over the plane. Very scary. Very, very scary. Rest in peace to all those that lost their lives, and I hope we never have to see anything like that, man. It's just, that's why I hate flying and shit. It's always scared me, but yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. But on to the last part of today's stream. We're going to go into some Russia-Ukraine news. It's not too much to go over. Sorry, I clicked on the video by accident, but we'll start off with this. In the Odessa region, a father tried to protect his son from Ukrainian forces kidnapping him, but instead he was executed by one of them. Ukraine's a terrorist state, because what does this remind you of, guys? It reminds me of the Israeli soldiers, you know, the type of shit that they're on, executing civilians. Of course, most Zionists for some reason want to fight for Israel, because they're like genocidal maniacs and shit, but in Ukraine there is a lot of innocent civilians and children and things like that, that don't, people like that, sorry, that don't want to get involved. And this is what happens to them, if they say no. That's fucking horrific, man. So the son's like, the son's getting dragged into war. The father's trying to protect him. You can hear like the mother screaming, and the Ukrainian forces fucking execute the father and then drag the son to war anyway. Like, what type of fucking cruel, cold world do we live in, man? It's fucking sad as fuck. It's horrific. Really sad. The Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico said that Zelensky offered him 500 million euros from frozen Russian assets in exchange for agreeing to Ukraine's accession to NATO. Fico refused and said that this would never happen. W Fico, man. Based as fuck. He's not going to be bought out by any fucking lobby. Yeah, W. And some crazy fucking scenes from Russia. I said not Gaza, this is Russia after Ukrainian terrorism. Here's one of the videos. Look how crazy these videos are. They're just intentionally just destroying residential buildings. What fucking military objective did they get out of this? You know, I know Ukraine might be losing, but fucking hell, what, you're just going to take your anger out on the civilians? Like, they've been doing this the whole time as well. Like, this isn't a new thing for Ukraine. Terrorism. That's terrorism. I'm pretty sure this is the same video that we saw, yeah, but it's just like a different angle actually. Look how crazy this shit is. Yeah, I suppose that's Zelensky's fucking plan B. Just blow up all the civilian buildings and hopefully Russia will stop the SMO. Oh yeah, in Times of Israel called Putin anti-Semitic, said that he reviving anti-Semitic trope. Putin says Jews are tearing apart Russian Orthodox Church. Comments made during the press conference echo the Soviet era anti-Semitism under Stalin, when the Kremlin persecuted Jews and accused them of being rootless cosmopolitans. There you have it, folks. Putin's now anti-Semitic. Fucking hell. The world is fucking... Anyone that disagrees with Israel in any way, anyone that calls out any type of Zionist behaviour or Jewish behaviour, whatever you want to call it, they're automatically anti-Semitic, you know? Crazy. Crazy world. Couple more videos from Russia. Donald Trump says that Putin wants to meet him ASAP. He says we have to end the war in Ukraine.
President Putin said that he wants to meet with me as soon as possible. So we have to wait for this, but we have to end that war. That war is a horrible, horrible. The soldiers, the number of soldiers being killed, it's a flat plane, and the bullets are going, and there's powerful bullets, powerful guns, and the only thing that's going to stop them is the human body. They go dead flat land. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Millions of soldiers have died now. Millions. We're gonna.
Yeah, Trump talks a good game. Let's see if he sticks to his word. Hopefully he sees my thread I've done about these fucking terrorists. Jackson Hinkle and the American Communist Party have participated in a humanitarian aid send-off to the Donbass. They sent 55 boxes of canned food, children's toys, condensed milk and medical supplies to civilians in the Donbass. So W for those guys, man. Really putting some good work in.
How's it going, everybody? We're out here in Moscow, Russia. The American Communist Party took part in donating a ton of humanitarian aid to the people of the Donbass, along with the KPRF, the Communist Party of the Russian Federation. We've sent 55 boxes of condensed sweetened milk, toys for kids in the new year, medical supplies, canned meats, all you can ever need. And there's a ton of other groups here from the KPRF all across the region that are sending shipments and shipments of trucks. I've never seen anything like this. The good people of Russia are winning. They need our support, and with this, they will be victorious. How's it going?
Shout out to Jackson Hinkle and those guys in the ACP, man. Bravo, honestly. Really putting some good work in. If I could send off humanitarian aid to civilians, I would. I mean, I've donated to charities and stuff in my past, but not to the level of that, man. I mean, I'm not rich or anything, but it's good that they've got like a whole organisation that can put all their money together and put it to good use. So, huge shout out to those guys. Huge shout out to those guys. Some Christmas stuff over in Moscow. President Putin says, of course he believes in Santa, like all normal, decent people. W. Putin. Do you believe in Father Frost? Of course. That's great. All normal, decent people should believe in Father Frost. You and I think alike. So yeah, Putin told a young girl that he believed in Father Frost, aka Santa Claus. This was at some like children's fundraiser. Putin's a fucking G, man. W. Putin. Yeah, it was a children's charity in Moscow, like an event going on. Yeah. That's pretty much all the video you need to see. What have I done? And then look how crazy Christmas in Moscow looks. I mean, I'd love to visit Moscow one day. I know you can't fly there directly from the UK, but I'd definitely love to visit it, because this is like something out of a fucking movie, man. Look at this shit. Truly beautiful, man. Like, honestly, that is fucking crazy. Looks like a winter wonderland, like real life. Like, really, really nice. Looks really nice. It's great how Russia keeps their traditional Christian values as well. I mean, it's like the biggest Christian country in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong, or it's at least one of the biggest. And looks really good on Christmas. And they also have a lot of respect for the other religions as well. You know, like the Muslims and stuff. When somebody was burning the Quran in Russia, he got like 15 years. So Russia's a really good place. I'd love to visit there one day. But yeah, I said that's pretty much all from tonight. We've been streaming for like an hour and a half or something now. It's getting kind of late. There's not really that much to talk about, really. It's been kind of a slow week, I guess, which is good in a way, because that means that hopefully not too much shit's been going on in the world, unless I've missed some of it. But yeah, apart from that, guys, thank you all for joining me. I hope you all had a good night watching the stream, and until next one, peace. See you all later.